4. It's your teacher, Miss Kate. This is page 73 in your new interchange student book. Now this lesson is on time clauses. So before we read these examples, let me just make sure you know what a clause is. So to talk about time clauses, we have to know what a clause is. A clause is simply a group of words with a subject and a verb. Now there are two types of clauses, not time clauses, two types of clauses, independent and dependent. Now an independent clause basically just means an independent sentence or question, as long as it's complete. Now here are two examples of an independent clause. She had some coffee. Subject, verb, period, complete idea. I took the quiz. Subject, verb, complete idea. We use a period. Now a dependent clause also has a subject and a verb, but it's not a complete idea. So a time clause is a type of dependent clause. It's not complete. So remember this sentence up here, she had some coffee. Well, if we add the time word when, now it's incomplete. When she had some coffee, okay, we need more information here. So we're actually going to have to put a comma and finish the sentence with an independent clause. When she had some coffee, she felt better. Okay, now it's complete. Instead of I took the quiz, which is complete, if we add as soon as I took the quiz, again, it's now incomplete. We have to add more information. So let's say, as soon as I took the quiz, I knew that I would get an A. Okay. So those right before the comma is the time clause. Now you can also switch the order of a time clause. You can put the independent clause first. She felt better when she had some coffee. Now notice that if you use the independent clause first, you don't need a comma. Okay, so I can also switch this one. I knew, that's not time, let's see. I knew that I would get an A as soon as I took the quiz. Okay, so no comma. All right, so let's go back to the book. So let's look at these time clauses. So remember, the time clause starts with the time word, it ends with a comma, it connects to an independent clause. Repeat after me. Before I had my first job, I was really immature. After I got my first job, I became more mature. Once I had a job, I became totally independent. Okay, so I think you get the idea. Time clause, comma, independent clause in these examples. Now, I want you to notice one other thing. Now, the verbs in each clause may be the same. They may be different. If you're using, for example, past perfect we know goes with by the time. It could also be future perfect, but here it's past perfect. In your time clause, the verb is simple past, but in the independent clause, the verb is past perfect. So the verbs are not always the same when you have a time clause and an independent clause. So just be aware of that. Okay, I hope this helps you. We will do some more practice, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.